What up, folks? I'm back once again doing another video game review. This time I'm reviewing Aero Fighters 2 for Neo Geo, and it was made by SNK. And it is the sequel to the first game, Aero Fighters, that was released for the Super Nintendo. And as far as the plot is concerned, it's pretty much the same as the first Aero Fighter game, where you take control of a jet fighter and you take on a lot of military enemies. So the plot to this particular series is really paper thin, and it is pretty much like the first game, where it's a top-down arcade style shooter. You know, and with this particular game is that it is slightly longer than the first game, where Aero Fighters had 8 stages, where this one has 10 stages, and the game is for the most part more linear than the first game, where a couple of stages that AI will randomly pick 2 stages for you to go to. I want to say it's like the second and the fourth one that they'll do that on, instead of like the first half of the game, where the stages are randomly picked, and the locations to Aero Fighters 2 are different too. It kind of like you go to like a different part of the United States, for example. You don't go to the Middle East this time. You go to like I do believe Sweden again, but the locations for the most part are totally different this time around. It's like some of the jet fighters that were in Aero Fighters returned here in Aero Fighters 2, and so do some of the pilots from the last game make a return, like Mao from Japan. Now, each fighter jet again has a pilot, a sub shot, and 2 bombs, and each fighter jet has their own set of sub shots and bombs. Again, like the first game, each fighter jet has like 3, total of 3 power-ups. Once you get the 3rd power-up, it pretty much, you use it for a short time and go back to the 2nd power-up that you were using. And I honestly do like these power-ups in the jet fighter games, because it's pretty fun to use. Like, you pretty much practically wipe out, like, say 99, not 99, but say 95% of the enemies that cross your path when you get the second or third power up. So like pretty much the gameplay, the number of jets, the number of power ups that you get, for all intents and purposes, don't even change at all. It's not a bad thing, but it is still a fun game regardless. Plus, the difficulty is slightly easier, give or take, than the first Aero Fighter game, but it's not. But it's still challenging, to say the least. And this is a particular consistency that I like, that this particular game is challenging and everything. As far as the graphics and gameplay, they are very good. I can honestly say that they are just as good as the first Aero Fighters game. Some have said that it is better than the first Aero Fighter games in terms of the graphics and level design. I'm not gonna disagree with that, but it's definitely good nonetheless. Now, the gameplay, even though it hasn't changed at all, it's still good, and it's still easy to pick up and play, and it's and I do like it and everything. And the soundtrack is good, and it does fit the arcade style of this particular game. Now, the main complaint of Aero Fighters 2 that I honestly do have is that the fact that it wasn't released on Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, but it would, but at the same time, it would be considered like nitpicking or whatever. But it would have been good to have this particular game released on those two consoles, especially because like majority of um gamers never had Neo Geo games because how expensive it is, you know. And to me, for that reason, it would have been nice for Aero Fighters 2 to be on Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. Mainly because of how fun this game is, you know. Overall, it's pretty much is a great game. You know, I definitely recommend it to any gamer who is a retro gamer and any gamer who's interested in checking this particular game out. So, and if you happen to get a physical copy, I would say get it, even though it is on the rare side. You know, but as far as the score, I would definitely give this game I would definitely give this game a 9. Now, with that being said, if you happen to play this particular game and you really like it and it happen to be your favorite shooter, you can pretty much mention it in the comment section. If you like the first game, you can also mention Aero Fighters also. If you like this video review of Aero Fighters 2, you can don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 signing off.